Austin, Texas, DKR Texas Memorial Stadium. Two behemoth conferences, bragging rights at stake, the SEC versus the Big Ten. It's the Oregon Ducks and the Texas Longhorns. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Here in Austin, DKR is one of the most iconic stadiums in college football. Texas Memorial Stadium, the fans, the burnt orange. You've got Bevo here on the sideline. There is so much love every time you come to a college football game here. History in the making at DKR. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. And the Ducks ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Arch Madness. Caught by Coleman.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Looking for space. It Smothers. Got enough for the first. Got a little grass. Pass to 30. The 10. And he scored! Touchdown, Texas!
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Moore trying to get everyone on the same page. Fires to the big fella.
I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
All wideouts, no backs. Moore. Oh, they're after him. Finds his tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first?
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots in zones. You got to get him involved.
He's He's got him. Just keep moving this thing forward. He's out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 37-yard line.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big third down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win.
Breaks a tackle, and he might go. Smashes through the tackle. He's showing it all, the juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line.
Well, it's a really nice job by the quarterback that time, working through his progressions, because the running back was not the primary target on that play. You find the check down, though, and when you get it to that guy, if he's even got a little bit of room, he's got the wiggle and the speed, and he's going to make something really positive happen. He did right there.
Dante Moore fires to the tight end. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. That's what tight ends are supposed to do, just have people bouncing off them like spitballs off a battleship.
And when you're a defense, you got to understand, we got to swarm to the football, because these big dudes, they break tackles, and they can get loose if we're not tackling with multiple guys.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Well, this defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their first sack of the game here in the first half, and you can all of a sudden see the body language on this defense. It has changed.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
That's a nice completion. I know you don't get the first down. You're obviously set up in field goal range here down in the red zone, but because you've got 4th and short now, you may decide to go for this if you're on offense.
4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. Fourth down, Moore. Touchdown, Oregon! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone. The extra point here would tie the game. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and they'll get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Running through contact. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
And nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly, understanding the big fella's open. And the big fella, I don't mean an offensive lineman anymore. That's what tight ends used to be, is just an extension of the O-line. These guys are now extensions at receiver. They can make big plays, get him the ball, run after the catch.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimum gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Arch is going to throw for it. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the QB leaves the pocket, and he scrambles out, and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football, but the relentless chase, I love it. Getting to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
Steps away. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's been a tale of 2 drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up 1.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. 4th down, Manning. Gets drilled as he throws. The big pressure on 4th down, and they'll get it back.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
On the draw, it's Davison. Oh, it's on the ground. High ball. Bounced right back to them. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back's got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire.
When you can run the football effective and then bootleg off of it, you get the running game and everybody biting up on it, and then all of a sudden the quarterback bootlegs out to the right. I tell you what, the defense did a really good job.
Might have a chance. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 22.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a 1st down.
The Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. They run the reverse. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
It is so easy when you're a defensive player, when you watch a little misdirection of the ball go one way, to turn and to run. That's not my job. My job is to stay home. The defensive did a good job of that. Defense stayed home, made the play.
Under fire. Firing to the right, complete. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hill. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Throwing more. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
These 3rd downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this 3rd down.
That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, and they finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of 1st downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Perhaps drawing confidence by converting an earlier 4th down. They'll try to do it for a 2nd time in the opening quarter. It's dropped. Oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned.
And sometimes the best defenses get a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can get it.
Slams his way forward. He'll get 3 out to the 11. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Here's Manning to throw. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up his first period with a huge gain. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. A give to Brown. Can't get him to the ground. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
To throw, Manning. He fires one deep down the right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Man, if you're going to win games, you have got to hit on the home run type plays, and that was a great opportunity right there. The receiver has got to be able to look that football in and make the catch.
5-yard gain on that play. It'll be 3rd and 5.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Finds his big tight end. Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12.
We always talk about yak, and that was 3rd and very manageable. They were just throwing the ball to the sticks, just trying to pick up a simple first. But when you've got playmakers like that can do things after the catch, any play could be an explosive one, and you saw it right there. Tremendous job getting it to him early, and he does the rest.
And a lot of times the fit up front, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because...
Touchdown, Texas! What a catch in the end zone for 6. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They're working that left side. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Moore with the play fake. This time he's got his man. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
And that's a really good throw by this QB, man. Seeing the crossing routes, putting it on his chest so he can keep running across the field, get those yards after the catch. Nice job being on the same page with QB and receiver.
The Ducks with the 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Hill.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a 2nd down and long situation.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Here's Moore to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
And the Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. And and it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Moore will throw. What a job to lay out and make the catch. You always have to be aware of the running threat from the Oregon quarterbacks, but here getting business done through the air.
No doubt, Reese, because you're worried about his legs, the read game, all the stuff they can do. It opens up the passing attack. And I think when you've seen the Ducks teams throughout history, the ones that have enough balance to keep you off guard, keep you guessing, are the ones that are the best teams.
Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive. And you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Defense, man, you got to go low, and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go with the legs, take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did there.
They'll keep it on the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense.
He's got it. They will score. Touchdown, Ducks.
And that is a huge touchdown for the offense and also a big momentum shifter in this game because now if they kick the extra point, they tie this game, anything could happen.
And he made the extra point without problem. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Longhorns head out hoping to move the ball on this possession. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Handoff for Brown. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Throwing Manning. Makes the grab.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Might be calling a hot route. Back to throw. It's Manning. Makes the grab. Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25. Wants to throw it again. Still looking, on the move. Gets rid of it. Got him downfield. Oh, and he ruins the big gator with a fumble. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense.
This is a defense that prides themselves on getting takeaways, and with their backs against the wall, they're able to force the fumble and fall on it in the end zone for a touchback.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll leave it with him. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Moore. Release to the back. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. Now here's Moore. Gonna take a shot. Oh, he can't hang on. That one was nearly picked off. Instead, he'll force a fourth down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth down. Moore to throw for it on fourth down. Dumps it to the back. Makes the grab in their space. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chains.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got to burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense. Man, great effort by the defense there. They almost come up with the interception. The defender just couldn't get his foot back in bounds.
Dante Moore throws for the tight end. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the start of it.
Must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. That can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
You cannot get any more wide open than that. He had his receiver open, throws the ball. You think, we're walking in for 6, and he drops it right in his hands. Yeah, those are killers. So hard to make big plays. Man, you can't give those up.
Pocket breaking down. On the move, he fires. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down. Really good patience and recognition. And how about the tight end just finding a hole and settling and waiting until the quarterback saw it?
And the play completely changes. Once my QB gets outside the pocket, I got to see it, and I got to start working towards him, or if I'm near him, working away. Nice job being on.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Longhorns with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
And I love this defense being ready at the end of the half, playing the 2-minute situation beautifully. Forcing the turnover here now, a chance to break this tie, get some points. Nice execution by this defense late in the first half.
Throwing Moore. using his legs to buy some time. Got his man on the right. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can't stop the clock. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Moore to the air. Throws to the back. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And that was another ball thrown in harm's way. And this young man, he already has 1 interception. That was almost a second. Just playing a little bit loose with the football. Let's make sure we get that dialed in. We can't make those mistakes. Hard to win games when you make big mistakes.
1 more snap coming before halftime. Here's Moore to throw. Finds the tight end. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. And there is a degree of difficulty with this one, a 47-yarder from the right hash. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. That's going to do it here in the first half. Everybody stick with us. We'll head to halftime. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. On the run from inside his own 5. They tried to get the wall set up for him. Not quite enough for the huge play, but a good job to give his offense some breathing room. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They'll go play action with Moore. Fires downfield. He's got it. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
Ooh, that's a nice throw. Great accuracy there. And when you think about Oregon quarterbacks, I know we think about guys running around a little bit, but think back to guys like Dan Fouts, A.J. Feely. How about that name? Joey Harrington, of course, Justin Herbert. These guys could thread the needle from the pocket, make all the throws. This guy here reminds me a little bit of them.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out on defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
The noise level is relentless here on second down. Moore trying to get everyone on the same page. And they can't make the connection.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Pressure coming. And it's a sack.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Fourth down, more. Here's the pressure. Makes the grab. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback not on the same page. No dice. Turnover on downs.
Throws to the tight end. A strike downfield. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. That last big play, one that can really jumpstart a drive. It's 1st and 10 from the 47. Quarterback may change this route. Manning. Moving out to the right. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking downfield. It's Manning. It's complete to the right. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Here's Arts to throw. Stepping to the right. He's going to... It's a fumble! He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football, and you stick the quarterback, and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again, and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
Really need to pick up some yardage this time on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Trying to beat the D deep. And it's picked off at the goal line. Takes it the other way. The 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown Ducks. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And that's one the quarterback would love to have back. At this point of the game, it's tight on the scoreboard, and if that guy's not open, nothing's there. You got to throw that thing away, or you got to tuck it and run, take a sack, live to play another down. That's a decision the quarterback wishes he had back.
Yeah, because you're so frustrated because you're in a position to get points. And right when you start getting down there, Palmer, they talk to you all the time. Don't give away points. Make sure you're smart with the football. Don't try to do too much. He tries to do too much. He pays for it, and the defense takes it all the way back to the end zone.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick six. Turning it on! Nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
And the extra point pulls them to within 3, 24-21. He'll start the return inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. On the move. Shows him the stiff arm. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Ball is loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Maybe a crease. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they turn it into a defensive score.
And that is a huge momentum-shifting play. This defense is always harping on getting turnovers, but David, they weren't satisfied with just getting the fumble recovery. They take it to the house, and because of it, they take the lead.
Man, huge momentum play for this defense, and now you got to get ready to go right back on the field. You took the lead, everybody feeling good. Go rest, because you need another stop, and you need to get the ball back to your offense so you can expand on the lead.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. They'll try to add another to their lead. And right down the middle. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. Moore, play action. He's moving out of the pocket. Slings it downfield. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Moore. This one's complete. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Could be an alley. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
And finally, we see a nice gain. That's his best run of the game. And this offense works best when he is going. And then you can throw the passing game and the play action, and there's more balance. So maybe that's a sight of things to come. Maybe they can get this thing going and get back in this football game.
And to use that stiff arm as a sledgehammer to bludgeon his way to a few extra yards. The Ducks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Moore with the play fake. Zings it complete to the right. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Gives it on the option. They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Quickly complete. Slips a tackle and he's got room. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding him. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or somebody with a little bit more speed.
And the biggest key for them on this sustained drive has been their ability running the football. And there's nothing more demoralizing to a defense when you know the other team is going to run it and you still can't stop them. And I think if I'm this offense here, I'm finding other ways and other...
Touchdown, Oregon! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
And I think this is really the separators in good offense and great offense. Can you throw the football inside the 5-yard line with the tight windows? He can. Nice strike, nice catch, nice execution.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They march 78 yards down the field, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. From inside the 15, here's the return. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returner, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up. It's because of that awesome kickoff return.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the right. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Sometimes your tight end's a safety valve, and sometimes he's your go-to receiver.
And the offense knew right away it was the primary target. It was where he was going with the football because you know you get a little bit of suck-up from those linebackers with the play action, and you feed the big fella.
Swings it out to the flat. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
This quarterback has just been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Great job with his decision-making. He's now got over 350 passing yards.
Running inside, it's Price. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. They'll go play action with Moore. He's got the tight end, and he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
Trying to make magic with his feet. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks.
I think this team knew coming in today they needed to be able to run the football, and they were going to have to get some of that production from the quarterback, and he just broke off his longest run of the game so far. That was critical for his confidence, for this offense's confidence, and right now if you're on defense, you've got to find an answer for this guy.
Here's a little, got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Ducks! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth. The Ducks with the answer.
Man, this is wild late in the game. We're seeing two heavyweight fighters trading blows. The offense scores their last time out. This offense now scores a touchdown here late to get the lead, but there's time left on the clock. Can the defense step up here and make a stop to preserve this win?
And it's good, and he pushes the lead to 3. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Madness. Escapes the pressure to his right. Lets it fly. Oh, he had it right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Quickly to the tight end. Snags it, and he's open. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. And the Longhorns come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smothers. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Keep it on the ground. Thrust that arm out. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
Arch is going to throw for it. Escapes the pressure going right. Fires on the move. Connection to the right. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. And the Longhorns, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Under fire. He's sacked. This defense all over it.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
Delay to the back. It's Smothers. Maybe some room here. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Really nice play call there on 2nd and long by the offensive coordinator. He was able to get a lot of that yardage back by running the football, and now, of course, it sets up a 3rd and manageable situation.
Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
They came into this game today knowing that this guy was going to have to leave his mark in this one, toting the rock, and he's done that. He's come up with some big plays, and he continues to do that here late at a juncture where they've got to continue running it if they're going to win.
Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. The run inside. It smothers. Touchdown, Texas! And they've moved out front here in the 4th. The Longhorns with a huge score to answer.
And I love this offense being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. On the move from inside his 5. Slips through the line. Oh, what vision. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
And he tacks on the extra point. And he's coming out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that end route.
The Longhorns can really attack on this 2nd and short. Here's Manning to throw. Lets it fly. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
Normally, I would say 4th and short on your own side of the field, you punt the ball away, but we're in the 4th quarter, and they need to keep this drive going to win. I say go for it.
Manning to throw for it on 4th. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
We're at a juncture of the game now here in the 4th quarter, one-possession game. Every critical down and distance is going to matter, and on that 4th down, the defense gets the win. Great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion and a turnover on downs.
There's some room. Got enough for the 1st. Touchdown, Ducks! And they take it in for 6 more points.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There were a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Making side adjustments here. To throw, Manning. Check. It's a fumble on the play. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Touchdown, Oregon. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
This is just football, and we're seeing it now. Offense scoring points and the defense doing their job. Great job flying to the ball, forcing that football loose, picking it up, convoy to go score, David. Everything going their way.
Everything going their way, making plays, and this offense is going to have to find some answers. Now dug yourself a hole, going to get in predominantly passing situations. This offense has got to find something fast.
Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Throws for the tight end. And the missed connection on third down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Buys a little time. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Throwing Manning. He's not afraid to go deep. He's got it inside the 15. Touchdown, Texas. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. The Longhorns with a huge score to answer.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
On to attempt the try. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they close the deal from 43 yards out with a touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. He gets a block. He's got an alley. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
I'll tell you, you're lucky if you're watching a college football game and you see one return for a touchdown. That's now his second of the game. This guy is absolutely lethal. He's shown you his open field running ability. He's shown you his speed. I'll be shocked if anybody kicks his way the rest of this game and the rest of the season.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Quarterback making adjustments. Manning lays out and makes a sweet grab along the left sideline. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. You know why he's piling up all these yards, David? Because the receivers won't let the ball hit the ground.
Do you remember that Jameis Winston game we called on a Thursday night? The ball didn't even...
He's going for a big play downfield. And it's picked off for the third time today.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. Just feeds the running back. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Now a 1st down from the 45-yard line.